Right, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to your 12 p.m. Express Abs class. TJ here. For today's class, you will need a mat, and I have a dumbbell, but I'm using it to kind of bring my feet up and over, and I'll tell you when we get there. So starting off, we're just going to go into child's pose, just stretching out that back after sitting for probably the first 4 hours or so. And just having those hands in front of you, sitting back onto those heels. And I want you to walk it over to the left just a little bit. And I want you to walk it over to the right just a little bit. Just kind of feel that stretch off to the side of that low back. And then walk it back to center. And from here, we're going to go into our Sphinx or our Cobra pose. So we're just going to be on our elbows, or you could be on your hands, just stretching out through the front of the core, stretching out through your hip, especially when you sit. That bend in your hip can cause some tightness. All right. So before we start off, let's go into our bridge. So working on our low back, we're going to go feet together, knees together, and we're going to drive that hip up, squeezing through the glutes and back down. Ready? Go. Excellent job. So just pushing equally, raising the hips towards the ceiling, squeezing through those glutes. If your feet and your knees are apart and you're feeling it a little bit, but you want to feel it a little more, you could always bring your feet and your knees together. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice job. All right, so this is where that so-called dumbbell or soup can is going to come into play. So if it's a soup can, it's going to be a little shorter. So we're going to cradle our hands just kind of around our backside, just to protect the low back. And so option 1 is that with your feet, they're going to be off to the side of the soup can or the dumbbell. I want you to bring it up and over just that left leg. And so that right leg stays on the right side of the soup can. All right, ready? Go. So just the left leg is just moving up and over that soup can. Nice job. Keep it up. Keeping that core engaged, keeping that belly button drawn towards the spine. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, so we're going to go to the other side of said soup can. So now it's that right leg that's going to go up and over. All right, ready, set, go. So again, belly button drawn towards the spine or towards the floor. Going up and over. Now, if you do not allow that heel to touch the floor, you keep that tension and that focus of that particular exercise or what we're doing. So keeping that core engaged. Nice job. Try not to knock over your soup can. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent. All right, so we're going to go back to that bridge. And this time we're going to have our left leg up at 90 degrees and we're going to go one side. All right, ready, set, go. So I have my right leg down on the ground, or my right foot down on the ground, driving that hip up, squeezing through that right side. Nice job. Keep it up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to set that left leg down, and now we're going to move to the right leg. So the right leg is going to be up at 90 degrees. Still doing that same bridge. So remember, your heel is close to your backside. Ready, set, go. Nice job. Keep pushing that hip up, squeezing through that left side, feeling it through the low back. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent. All right. So option 1, which was the very first exercise that we did with this whole up and over the soup can, you could go one leg at a time. This time, it's actually kind of floating both feet off the floor and going up and over. Just make sure your body is kind of more straight with the soup can. And so it's up and over. All right, ready, set, go. So if you go one leg at a time, I'll tell you halfway. So 5, 4, 3, 2, switch legs if you're on one. So up and over. Try not to knock over that soup can. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice job. That was a doozy. I would not lie to you. Even I felt it. All right, so we're going to go back to our bridge one last time. And that same left leg is going to be up at 90 degrees. And we're pushing that hip up. All right, get ready. Last round. Go. Nice job. Keep going. Lifting up through that hip. Feeling it through the right side. Unless you're on the opposite leg, then it would be the opposite side. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent. All right. So now that left leg is down on the ground. Right leg up at 90 degrees. And again, making sure that left heel is close to your backside. Ready, set, go. So pushing up through that hip, feeling it on that side of which your foot is pushing. So again, for me, it's my left side. If you were on your right side, that is fine as long as you are doing the same exercise. Great job. So after this, we have one last and final up and over the soup can. Ready, or sorry, not ready. 3, 2, 1, go. Or down. All right. Of course, this is what happens when you start talking and you're in the middle of an exercise. Forgive me. All right, so legs extended. So remember, body is in line with your soup can. Get ready. 3, 2, 1, go. So remember, you could go 1 foot at a time. I'll tell you halfway. Just don't knock over your soup can like I did. If you don't have one, you could just imagine that you do. Switch legs if you're on one. So I'll just pretend that my soup can is still standing up, even though I knocked it over. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So pretty much it's like a little mini rainbow when you're going up and over, back and forth. All right. Okay. So let's extend hands overhead. Point those toes away from your body. And we are done with the soup can. All right, so we're going to turn it over and we're going to move on to the next exercise. All right, so we're going to be on hands and knees. And we're going to go into, it's almost like a pillar bridge, except for it's a bear crawl. And so pretty much your knees are floating off the floor, but my knees are directly underneath my hips and my hands are directly underneath my shoulders, and both are shoulder width apart. And we're just gonna hold, all right? Ready? Up. So floating the knees off the ground, keeping that belly button drawn towards the spine. So in this case, we're now pulling it up towards the ceiling, keeping that core engaged. Keep it up. Great job, everyone. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent. So set it down. So still in the same position of being on our hands and our knees, and we're going to go into a bird dog. So it's opposite hand to opposite leg. Ready? So alternating. Go. Again, forgive me as I seem to be tripping over my words today. Sometimes you have it together, sometimes you don't. So extending that hand, extending that leg. Again, trying to push it straight out behind you, or in this case, raising that arm straight out in front. Keeping that core engaged. Nice job. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, before we go back to that first exercise, I want you to go into your child's pose. Nice job. So we're going to do something a little different with that bear crawl. So I will actually just stay facing the same direction, and I will show you that when you're floating your knees above the ground, I want you to take one leg. I want you to kick it out to the side, bring it back in. Other leg, kick it out to the side, bring it back in. All right? So I will turn your direction so you see what it looks like. Ready, set, go. So bear crawl, one leg, taps out to the side, keeping that belly button drawn towards the spine. Nice job. Keeping those hands directly underneath your shoulders. Knees are directly underneath the hips. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent job. So back to hands and knees, and we're going to go back to the bird dog. There is nothing changing about this particular exercise, just to let you know. All right, get ready. Opposite hand, opposite leg. 3, 2, 1, go. Nice job, everyone. Hopefully we're doing all right, especially with some of these different exercises. What happens when you go to a wellness conference over the weekend? You learn all sorts of new stuff. And you bring it to the people. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice job. All right, child's pose really quick. So you've got one last and final kind of bear crawl sort of hold with those feet going out to the side. And then one last bird dog. All right, so I'm gonna face your way. So you see what I'm doing. Get ready. So this will be the last and final round between these two. All right, ready, set, go. So bear crawl. So remember, knees floating off the ground. One leg is going to step out to the side at a time. Bringing that knee back to that starting position. Great job, come on. Belly button drawn towards the spine. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice job. So hands and knees still. Catch your breath. We've got one last and final one. And that's that bird dog. Get ready. 3, 2, 1, go. So extending that hand, extending that opposite leg. So opposite hand or opposite arm, opposite leg, kicking it straight back. And so you're engaging through that glute or that part of your backside when you raise that one leg behind you, where you kick it back and it's straight. Still keeping that core engaged. Nice job. Almost there. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, so child's pose. One last and final time. So while we're running through our stretches, I'll tell you what's for class tomorrow. Small group at 6:40 in the morning. That's in person. All right, walk those hands over slightly to the right. And then at noon, we have a virtual stretch break. And then at 12:30, so walk it over to the other side, the left, just a little bit. And at 12:30 in person, we have total body challenge. All right, give me a Sphinx and a Cobra or a Cobra, and we'll be done. Great job. Proud of you. All right. Have a great day, everyone, and see you soon.